Tonight in our news, live at 7.
Government rolling out its salary review and retroactive payments. So what does it mean and who does it affect? Stay tuned to Our News tonight for more details.
Plus, on the right path to putting principals in every school across the country. Tonight, the Education Minister gives an update on filling the gaps in education. And then, it's a persistent problem, protecting the country's resources from unlicensed foreign fishing charters operating illegally. The Marine Resources Minister says it's a national effort. And then in our news at 7:30, the country's land unit scouting areas to be set aside for farmers selected to grow marijuana. We have the details for these stories and more as Our News Live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to Our News Live at 7. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Megan Shepard. Thousands of civil servants will see a bump in pay come December. The Davis administration completing a long-promised salary review exercise with increases retroactive to September 1st, 2025. In June, Prime Minister Philip Davis revealed public servants across all levels will receive pay raises this year. This latest rollout marking the second phase. Our Joshua Williams reports.
Government has completed its salary review exercise for civil servants who were not included in previous adjustments. The announcement coming in a statement over the weekend. It's the second rollout after senior servants got their increase in June. So who's left that will benefit this go round? Well, Labor and Public Services Minister Pierre Glover-Roll tells me while it's a Ministry of Finance project, those left will get what they deserve despite delays.
So that senior group of employees, their payment was actually very late because they were to be paid effective September 2024 and they got their payment in July of 2025. This group is only going to be a little delayed. Their payments will be effective September of 2025, and they will get their payments according to the Ministry of Finance December of 2025.
Government budgeting $870 million for wages and salaries in the 2025-2026 fiscal year, compared to $767.9 million in the 2024-2025 fiscal year. But what about nurses and teachers? There have been calls for salary increases for them as well. The minister says while not included in this exercise, other avenues are available.
One is officers serving with degrees. There's a continual culture of upskilling in the public service, and as employees upskill, they get rewarded through increments for attaining a higher level of education. And nurses and teachers fall in a special category where they are negotiated through industrial agreements. Of course, to date, we've signed 59 industrial agreements, and that's another mechanism by which employees, public servants, and private sector, in some instances, receive improved benefits.
Now many questioning the timing of the increase with the general election looming. So, is it a political tactic?
People can go back and see where we have said this is what we will do. Since taking office, even as the Minister of State, I spoke to a transformation and a reformation of the public service, and that included assessing salaries. So the good thing, the beauty is there's a track record, there's evidence to show that we've always said these are the things where we will engage.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
Thanks so much, Josh. Well, Education Minister and Acting Prime Minister Glenys Hannah Martin confirming that nearly all schools now have principals in place. Earlier this month, it was revealed that several public schools across the country were without principals. Hannah Martin told reporters on the sidelines of a ceremony to distribute new high school history books today that they've nearly filled all the gaps.
We were able to address all in Nassau except one, and that is being addressed as we speak. In the Family Islands, we expect today to get word from the Public Service Commission on the remaining principals in the Family Islands. This was a combination of factors, including early retirement, unexpected resignations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And just a number of convergence of issues that led us to this point. I'm beginning to feel that we are now at the end of this process, and that we, in the next day or two, we will be able to say we have principals in all schools in the country.
Meantime, more than 24 teachers at Sybil Strawn Primary School receiving a hearty thank you in the form of a free breakfast and certificates of recognition. The givebacks came from Golden Gate's MP, Pia Glover Roll, the area MP visiting the school this morning, where she helped serve up the hot Bahamian-inspired breakfasts. The school's principal, Shianda Maycock, says they're grateful to be recognized.
We are nation builders, and teachers are at the core of ensuring that the Bahamas gets where it should be. And I'm thankful for the supportive staff that we have and the open communication we have, and every support that anybody in this country can give to teachers is appreciated, because it's hard. It's hard. And we do it unselfishly.
Well, a covert undercover operation last week leading to the successful interdiction of a foreign vessel allegedly engaged in illegal charter fishing. The operation, the second of its kind, was led by Ministry of Agriculture officials along with members of the Royal Bahamas Police and Defense Forces, Customs, the Port Department, the Attorney General's Office, Nature Conservancy, and Wild Aid. The first operation earlier this year resulted in the arrest and conviction of 3 U.S. nationals. At a press conference today, Agriculture Minister Jomo Campbell explained why Operation Red Dawn is so important to sustaining the livelihood of many Bahamians throughout the country.
This operation was launched to address the persistent problem of unlicensed foreign fishing charters operating illegally in Bahamian waters. Such activities undermine the licensed Bahamian operators, deprive the government of critical revenue, and threaten the long-term sustainability of our marine resources. The Bahamas fisheries sector is a cornerstone of our economy, generating hundreds of millions of dollars each year, supporting thousands of jobs and providing a vital source of food security. For these reasons, we cannot and will not allow illegal actors to exploit our waters without consequence.
And the public has a role to play as well, officials adding that policing can't be done by them alone. Acting Director in the Department of Marine Resources, Dr. Lester Giddens, explains.
Members of the public who report suspicious activity provide critical leads, and we are grateful for this support. But I must also be candid. When a report is made, we will not always be able to provide an immediate update. In some cases, the report becomes part of a larger, ongoing investigation. Silence does not mean inaction. It often means that careful work is underway behind the scenes.
Well, a fisherman is behind bars after he was accused of raping a 71-year-old woman. Prosecutors say 62-year-old Austin Williams raped the woman and indecently assaulted her on September 8th. Williams did not have to enter pleas to the charges when he made his first court appearance before Magistrate Abigail Farrington. Bail was denied and Williams returns to court on January 20th, 2026 to receive a voluntary bill of indictment papers. And former Cabinet Minister Dr. Norman Gay passed away over the weekend. Gay was elected as Member of Parliament for Baintown in 1973 and served as Minister of Health from 1984 to 1990 and as Minister of Sports from 1990 to 1992. Progressive Liberal Party Chairman Fred Mitchell says he remembered Dr. Gay with fondness and he was a devoted minister. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture Mario Bolek says Gay's life was a testament to his love for sport and country. Free National Movement Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands remembered Gay for always promoting a healthier Bahamas. He was 78 years old. Well, we've still got lots more news to share tonight, but wet weather today, our second named hurricane for the season, and more activity in the tropics. Meteorologist Greg Thompson joins us now with the latest. Greg, lots going on.
Yeah, tropics getting active right now, and this is a reminder, we are just after the peak, and it's still busy out there, so get your hurricane plans and get ready. Still 2 months left, so things are getting a little active. We talk about that later on in the newscast. But you mentioned the rain showers today. Yes, we still have the moisture in place. 84 degrees is our current temperature under partly cloudy skies. East-northeast winds at 8 miles per hour. Your feels-like temperature still feels like a warm and humid 92. Temperatures right now around the family of islands: 81 in Freeport, 83 in Marsh Harbor, Abaco, 81 in Great Harbor Key, 84 is Alistown, Bimini here in the capital and over in Governors Harbor, Nicholstown, Andros, 82, Central Bahamas, 84, Kemps Bay, and Coburn Townsend, Salvador, also in Port Nelson, Rum Key, and Deadman's Key. Black Point, Exumit Keys, 85, 85 in Georgetown, Arthurstown, Cat Island, 83, and in the Southeast Bahamas, 86, Duncan Town, Ragged Island, 84 again in Colonel Hill, Cricket Island. Pick up a string of 85s, Delectable Bay, Abrahams Bay, Matthew Town, Inagua, and our good neighbors at the Southeast, Turks and Caicos Islands. Satellite radar composite, as I mentioned, we still have that moisture in place, that moisture plume right across our area, upper level trough or dip in the jet stream, helping to vent these thunderstorms. So we saw more action across the northwest Bahamas. We will continue this trend. Our old frontal boundary hanging out just across our area, that's expected to wash out, but we do expect some more activity for at least tonight through tomorrow. So keep your umbrellas handy. Of course, we still have those two systems or two areas we're watching in the tropic. We'll tell you more about that, and we'll take a look at Gabrielle when we come back in the newscast.
Jazz Chisholm leaves the yard once again. We'll talk about it next on Our Sports.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, so let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and the live fiber on channel 747 and 748.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
Sasha Lightborn here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow all of the Our News social media pages to make sure that you don't miss those top stories from the team you already trust.
And I was just telling my friend I wish I could get my Our News updates sent to my phone, like a WhatsApp message or something, you know?
Haven't you heard?
Well, who say that?
It's me, Jerome, your news godfather, and I'm here to update your life.
Well, how do you plan to update my life exactly? Because I don't think I'm understanding. Care to elaborate?
Our News has launched its broadcast channel. So now...
Good evening. I know it's not the weekend, but I'm Tage Adderley filling in for the guys at 10th year seniors. Our New York baseball guys are trying to finish off their respective seasons strong and make it to October. Jazz Chisholm hit a home run as his New York Yankees picked up a division win on Sunday when they beat the Baltimore Orioles. Coach Anton Richardson's New York Mets fell to the Washington Nationals. Cedric Mullins drove in a run on a single in the bottom of the third. All-star shortstop Francisco Lindor hit a solo home run in the sixth. Over in Florida, UB Soccer lost their second matchup against Atlantis University. The Bengals fell in their second match to Atlantis University on Saturday. Atlantis got on the board in the 24th minute to take a 1-0 lead. UB put up a stout resistance until the 88th minute when Atlantis scored again. The loss moved the team's record to 0-1-1 in their two-game trip. And while we're talking about soccer, the BFA linked up with the Ministry of Education and FIFA. Leadership from the Bahamas Football Association met with their counterparts from the Ministry of Education and reps from FIFA recently to discuss improving facilities in schools. The goal of these meetings are to bolster youth development of the sport in the country. And that does it for Sports at 7 p.m. I'm Tage Adderley. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for all these stories and more.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world, as several world leaders expected to formally recognize a Palestinian state today. Plus, President Putin is offering President Trump a nuclear arms control deal, extending a treaty to limit both countries' nuclear weapons by 1 year. And then, Jamaica's government to advance the process to formally institute job descriptions for parliamentarians. We have the details when our news returns.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, so let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and the live fiber on channel 747 and 748.
I was just telling my friend I wish I could get my Our News updates sent to my phone, like a WhatsApp message or something, you know?
Haven't you heard?
Well, who say that?
It's me, Jerome, your news godfather, and I'm here to update your life.
Well, how do you plan to update my life exactly? Because I don't think I'm understanding. Care to elaborate?
Our News has launched its broadcast channel, so now most important updates come straight to your WhatsApp.
Dad, so you tell me that I have access to real-time updates and news at 7:30?
Yes, you get it first and direct and unfiltered.
Okay.
It's perfect for our viewers who want to stay on top of what's going on.
Well, I want to stay in tune. Are you talking about like recent crimes and political updates and heartfelt stories as well as sports coverage?
We're talking exclusive updates, behind-the-scenes content, major announcement, everything you actually care about.
Nice. I love the sound of that. So this is like VIP access to the news you don't want to miss out. So what are you waiting for? Be sure to press the notification bell on the WhatsApp broadcast channel so that you don't miss out on all of the real-time updates.
This is Our News. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. Several world leaders are expected to formally recognize a Palestinian state at a summit convened by France and Saudi Arabia in New York. While the summit could boost the morale of Palestinians, it is not expected to deliver change on the ground. According to Israel's UN ambassador, Israel and the United States will boycott the summit. Britain, Canada, Australia, and Portugal have all recognized a Palestinian state. France and 5 other states are expected to formally do so today. Both Germany and Italy have signaled they are unlikely to make such a move soon. Israel has become isolated and drawn global condemnation over its military conduct in Gaza, where more than 65,000 Palestinians have been killed. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has rejected numerous calls to end the campaign until Hamas is destroyed and has said he will not recognize a Palestinian state.
This is about correcting a historic injustice that has been committed by the colonial era of Britain, promising our land without consulting us, giving it away. This is not a destination, far from it. This is merely the very beginning of a workshop, a real workshop. So we get the UK and the rest of the world to fulfill their own legal obligations, to end the genocide, to bring the war criminals to accountability behind bars, implement the ICC arrest warrant against Netanyahu and all the war criminals.
Russian President Vladimir Putin offered U.S. President Donald Trump a nuclear arms control deal on Monday that would extend the last treaty limiting both countries' nuclear weapons by 1 year. Russia and the United States have by far the biggest nuclear arsenals in the world. The last remaining treaty between them that limits the numbers of these weapons is due to expire February 5, 2026. The New START treaty covers strategic nuclear weapons, those designed by each side to hit the enemy's centers of military, economic, and political power, and caps the number of deployed warheads at 1,550 on each side. Both are likely to breach that limit if the treaty is not extended or replaced. As the U.S. government steps up military operations in the Caribbean Sea, Amnesty International is warning that any airstrikes authorized by Congress could violate international human rights law and may amount to unlawful executions. Responding to reports of a draft resolution circulating in the U.S. Congress to authorize the use of military force against alleged drug traffickers, Amnesty International USA's Director of Security and Human Rights said that if U.S. legislators approve military action against suspected drug traffickers, quote, it would not change the fact that such lethal strikes amount to extrajudicial executions and have no legal justification whatsoever under international human rights law, end quote. Venezuela's Attorney General urged the UN to investigate crimes against humanity allegedly conducted by U.S. forces in the Caribbean. Authorities in the Dominican Republic said they have confiscated some 377 packages of the cocaine transported by a speedboat that was destroyed recently by the U.S. Navy. The boat was allegedly carrying 1,000 kilograms of the drug. Officials say this is the first time the United States and the Dominican Republic have carried out a joint operation against narco-terrorism in the Caribbean. The DR's Navy worked in conjunction with the U.S. authorities to locate the speedboat, which was allegedly trying to dock in the DR and use the nation as a bridge to transport cocaine to the United States. Jamaica's Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, says his government will advance the process to formally institute job descriptions for parliamentarians. He noted that the job descriptions will make clear what the public rightly expects its elected representatives to do: regular attendance and active participation in sittings and committees, diligent oversight of ministries and agencies, transparent and ethical use of public resources, and continuous visible engagement with constituents. The process will also create a framework to measure performance, improve accountability, and strengthen public trust in institutions. Still to come in our news, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was September 22nd. And then in our news at 7:30, the first cohort of 50 students entered the halls of the new Creative and Performing Arts School located on Gladstone Road. Plus, the Ministry of Education rolling out its new history textbooks. We'll tell you about the impact it's expected to make. That's coming up when our news returns.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, Zai, let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More gains than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with the Rev and the Live Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
Sasha Lightborn here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow all of the Our News social media pages to make sure that you don't miss those top stories from the team you already trust.
And I was just telling my friend I wish I could get my...
On this day in Bahamian history, on September 22nd, the 1929 Bahamas hurricane, also known as the Great Andros Island Hurricane, formed in the Atlantic. It was a Category 4 tropical cyclone whose intensity and slow forward speed led to catastrophic damage in the Bahamas, particularly on Andros and New Providence Islands. Its erratic path and lack of nearby weather observations made the hurricane difficult to locate and forecast forecast. The hurricane was responsible for 48 deaths in the country, mainly on the island of Andros. The devastation of the hurricane was immortalized in the song Run Come See by Alfonso Blind Blake Higgs. In 2019, then Prime Minister Hubert Minnis formed a new ministry to tackle disaster response.
We must and we will rebuild and restore Grand Bahama and Abaco stronger and more resilient.
And in 2021, 11 ministers were sworn into the Davis-led cabinet, pushing the Davis-led cabinet to nearly 24 ministers. The new ministers included Obi Wolshcombe, Minister of Social Services and Urban Development; Keith Bell, Minister of Labor and Immigration; Vaughn Miller, Minister of the Environment and Natural Resources; JoBeth Colby Davis, Minister of Transport and Housing; Ginger Moxie, Minister for Grand Bahama; Mario Boleg, Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture. 5 junior ministers also took the oath of allegiance and office, including Basil McIntosh as Minister of State for the Environment, Lisa Ramming as Minister of State for Social Services and Urban Development, Pia Glover-Roll as Minister of State for the Public Service, Miles LaRota as Minister of State in the Office of the Prime Minister, and Zane Lightbourne as Minister of State for Education, Technical and Vocational Training. Well, a new state-of-the-art contactless self-storage facility has opened its doors in the Westfield Commerce Park. The project is part of Brickell Management Group's $510 million investment portfolio. The company says the entire rental process is digital and contactless, from choosing and paying for a unit to receiving a personal access code. Project and Operations Manager Sophia Warner says the goal is to make the entire process seamless.
There's 307 units, and everything is accessible with just your personal access gate code. So from start to finish, the process is entirely digital, entirely contactless. So you can choose your unit, pay for your unit, sign your lease, and get your personal access code without talking to anyone, without going into any office. So you just come to the gate code here, you put in your personal access gate code, and you find your unit number, and based on what size you've chose. So our units start from a 5x10 and they go upwards from there. Our cost starts at $175, and we've got no hidden cost. It's just a 1-month deposit and a move-in fee.
All right, well, to watch that again and for any of today's top stories, be sure to visit ournews.bs or any of the Our News social media platforms. That does it for our news at 7. Joining us now is our Italia Hall with the latest headlines. Italia.
Oh, Megan, things are surely advancing.
Absolutely. Very convenient.
Yes. Thanks so much, and happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Well, coming up, a sitting PLP parliamentarian still undecided about whether he will return to frontline politics. We'll tell you what he says is his main priority. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on our news at 7:30, tonight the Agriculture Minister is providing an update, saying land has already been set aside for farmers chosen to grow marijuana in the country. Also, a church deacon starts his 20-year prison sentence after being convicted of sexually abusing a 10-year-old. Plus, the Education Minister weighing in tonight on the death of a young child at a Grand Bahama preschool. And later, classes are officially in session at the new Creative and Performing Arts School, opening its doors to dozens of students today. The story when our news at 7:30 returns.
From Charybdis to Karakom and Chogam, the commendation of a queen, the coronation of a king, the controversies, our culture, in times of conscience and collective grief, connecting the stories of a country coming into its own, from then to now and still to come. Our news is everywhere, always there when it counts.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies?
Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Whether you're battling a chronic condition or offsetting a new injury, Doctors Hospital's comprehensive rehab services offer the help you need now. 3 advanced facilities at Collins Avenue, Carmichael Road, in Cable Beach means your personalized plan for care is just a visit away. From physiotherapy to occupational therapy and speech and language pathology, our team approach is all about rebuilding together. For a full list of services, visit doctorshosp.com/rehabilitation. Doctors Hospital, trusted.
Welcome to our news. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Atalia Hall. Well, Agriculture Minister Jomo Campbell says they've not forgotten the promise of securing land for those farmers selected to grow marijuana plants. In fact, he says 5 areas of land have already been identified by his team. The compendium of medical marijuana legislation was passed in both the Senate and House of Assembly last July, paving the way for a control system for cannabis use for medical and religious purposes, overseeing all aspects of the industry from cultivation to distribution. The legislation will remove cannabis from the list of dangerous drugs and allow for the expungement of records for individuals convicted of the possession of 30 grams or less of Indian hemp. Campbell providing this update.
Our land unit is doing a yeoman's task in ensuring that once the authority is ready to call upon us, and they call upon us, that we're ready to meet our obligations with the provision of the required acreage for that said purpose. There are 5 areas right now under consideration, and as you know, this particular industry won't be as simple as just farming in the ground. So we're doing soil evaluation, etc., with the likes to ensure that the best location is picked and selected for once it becomes necessary.
Well, a church deacon is starting his 20-year sentence convicted of sexually abusing a 10-year-old girl in New Providence. Prosecutors say the 59-year-old man became the child's caretaker along with his wife, her maternal aunt, following the death of her mother. But instead of protecting her, the man allegedly raped the child on 3 occasions in January and February of 2023. His name has been withheld to protect the child's identity. The sexual assaults happened while his wife, who was left disabled as a result of a stroke, was in another room. Justice Dale Fitzpatrick said the frequency of older men preying on young children required the message of deterrence by the courts. The man has maintained his innocence, claiming the child made up the abuse allegations because he was too strict. A 50-year-old man accused of raping a woman who was living in his house has been denied bail. Prosecutors say Christopher Bain gave the 19-year-old a place to stay. The woman alleges that Bain raped her at his home on September 14th. Bain didn't have to enter a plea to the charge when he stood before Magistrate Abigail Farrington. Bail was denied and Bain is due back in court on January 20th, 2026 to receive voluntary bill of indictment papers. While the Ministry of Education is closely following an investigation into the tragic death of a toddler at a private school campus in Grand Bahama Friday, we recently learned the toddler's injuries came after he was struck by an object while on the playground. Speaking on the sidelines of the Creative and Performing Arts School's opening ceremony Monday morning, Acting Prime Minister and Education Minister Gladys Hannah Martin says the incident serves as a wake-up call.
In all of our educational institutions, whether they're public or private, we would wish to ensure that children, particularly small children, do not face these kinds of risks that we are, that would lead to an outcome that is just unimaginable, and so the work is underway, the investigation, the police are investigating, we await what their findings are, and we will respond. We've done our own investigation preliminarily.
The wait is over and classes are in session. The Creative and Performing Arts School opened its doors today to 52 students. The school is currently located on Gladstone Road in the same plaza as the Small Business Development Center. Officials say young creatives will have access to world-class training in performing arts like music, dance, and acting, all at the tertiary level. Interim Chairman Ian Poitier say while this first cohort will have fun, they are in for a rigorous program.
They'll have orientation for this first week and a half. They'll be doing on projects and so on. The days will start at 8:30 with a warm-up for the full times, and then about 5:30. And throughout that day, they'll have dancing classes, singing classes, movement classes, so acting classes. They'll be acting for the screen, acting for stage, different acting techniques and approaches. They'll each have a one-to-one singing lesson to develop a technique. On a Friday, they'll be working on projects. We have a big showcase for our opening next year, so they'll start to rehearse that in a couple of weeks.
And get this, tuition for Bahamians is free. The students enrolled range from age 18 to 50, all of them with big dreams of performing under the spotlight on the big stage.
It's such an amazing opportunity. Just like Ian said, it's something we've been waiting for a really long time, and I feel like now it's finally a space where creatives can come together. They literally have a place now.
Now I have an opportunity to actually be trained directly and hone in onto my craft in performing and acting and just getting stronger at what I do.
All right, such great news. Well, the Ministry of Education has officially rolled out its new high school history textbook. Speaking at a ceremony this morning, Education Director Dominique McCartney-Russell underscored the importance of the initiative. She's calling the new textbook a milestone for giving Bahamians access to accurate, inclusive, and engaging historical content. McCartney-Russell also noting the book represents far more than an academic resource, describing it as a tool to inspire national pride and deeper understanding of the country's past.
To you, our students, this text is for you. It invites you to explore the past with curiosity, to ask questions, and to connect historical events to your own lives and your own communities. It reflects our commitment to providing you with accurate, inclusive, and thought-provoking content that will help you understand the world that you were placed in.
The title of the new book is Towards a Common Loftier Goal. It was written by a team of 12 Bahamian authors. 12th grade student Darnell Fernand was at today's handover. He expressed his excitement for the new textbook.
Being a history student, it has been, the curriculum sometimes is difficult to follow, but seeing that it's being updated, it'll make history more intriguing and more exciting for other students to learn. So it's great that I was able to witness something like this and be able to participate in this event.
All right, well, we're starting the new work week off in the capital with more rain. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Greg, I can't wash my car.
Nope.
It's filthy. What's going on?
You may get a break, but yeah, we still have that system across the area that's bringing us quite a bit of clouds, and those conditions will remain. We have the partly cloudy conditions on the outside. Temperature right now at 84, east-northeast winds at 8 miles per hour. Feels like temperature is at 92. Speaking of the rain, we're missing a couple of satellite imageries in the initial part of this, but we see where the showers and thunderstorm activity is across Andros in the Florida Straits and stretching all the way across Bimini and into Grand Bahama, all associated with an upper level disturbance that's still parked across South Florida and the Northwest Bahamas, and we still have that tropical moisture in place. So look for some more showers in the forecast. Not going to get a break right now, but we are watching two areas in the tropics headed our way. One is possibly going to make it to our neck of the woods, so we're going to continue to watch that as closely as possible because we are now into the peak of the season, and we still have Gabrielle out there, a powerful Category 4 hurricane. We'll talk more about that later on in the newscast.
Still to come on our news.
South and Central MP John Pinder says he is still undecided on whether he will run in the next general election. I'm Delvaro Emmanuel. Find out why just ahead.
Also, we continue our series Deepening Our Bahamian Roots with the Bahamas Resort. Hear how its foundation is making a difference beyond the hotel walls when our news returns. Stay with us.
In the Bahamas, island time is real. The history of Morris Lumber Company, established in 1945, is etched into the fabric of this proud island nation. It's a story that deserves to be celebrated in full color, and that's where we come in. Mora's The Paint Place has been bringing color and vitality to homes and businesses across the Bahamas. Here, color is more than just a hue, it's a symbol of life. Together, we can paint a brighter future.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
Welcome to Paradise Games, where exceptional service meets the ultimate gaming experience. Our dedicated team is here to make every visit a win.
Now this is paradise.
This is more than just a place to play.
Now this is paradise.
It's where excitement meets world-class service.
Now this is paradise.
Now this is paradise.
Come, experience it for yourself. Now this is paradise.
PLP Member of Parliament for Central and South Abaco, John Pinder, says it's still too early to say if he will offer himself in the next general election. But as he weighs his political future, the first-time MP says he's focused on completing the work he started during his current term in office. Alvarado Emmanuel reports.
It's a little too early to say, but I am laser focused on moving those projects that I saw that Abaco needed to come to fruition.
Thus, Member of Parliament for Central and South Abaco, John Pinder, telling me about his political future on the sidelines of the live fibers rollout on that island. I asked Pinder if he intends to make another run for the Abaco seat in next year's general election.
I will continue to push until the last day to make sure that Abaco gets the attention that it needs for future development. But that's where my mindset is. I don't stop working. I'm working for Abaco every day.
But with the political season heating up, questions remain whether he will seek another term. Pinder says family will play a major role in that decision.
It's to be decided. I have to talk to my family. Family comes first. But I'm enjoying the way that Abaco is moving. The economy is moving.
The Abaco MP entered frontline politics in 2021, securing the Central and South Abaco seat for the Progressive Liberal Party, and later being appointed Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation.
I never wanted to be a career politician, but after Dorian, the keys were moving quite quickly, and the mainland wasn't really moving in the timeline that I would have liked to see. So I put my foot in the game and really pushed for more flight service for our tourism, which we have the most direct flights to the United States outside of Nassau right now, and being able to go out and attract foreign direct investment and Bahamian investment.
Pinder says regardless of his political future, his goal is to ensure Abaco remains resilient and positioned for future generations. Reporting for Our News, I'm Alvarado Emmanuel.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
Our New York guys are all caught up in heated postseason races. We'll get into it next on Our Sports at 7:30.
The future of energy in the
I'm very excited, and I can't believe it. It's it's a dream come true. When she did call me yesterday about it, I didn't know what to believe. Thanks to Mr. Coleman and this whole staff for what they do, and making sure the customers are taken care of, making sure we enjoy the gaming they do give to us. Kansas is a great house to play, even down to the staff is perfect. They're going to marvel.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, Zai, let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and the Live Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
Sasha Lightborn here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow all of the Our News social media pages to make sure that you don't miss those top stories from the team you already trust.
And I was just telling my friend I wish I could get my Our News updates sent to my phone, like a WhatsApp message or something, you know?
Haven't you heard?
Well, who say that?
It's me, Jerome, your news godfather, and I'm here to update your life.
Well, how do you plan to update my life exactly? Because I don't think I'm understanding. Care to elaborate?
Our News has launched its broadcast channel. So now, most important updates come straight to your WhatsApp.
Dad, so you tell me that I have access to real-time updates and news at 7:30?
Yes, you get it first and direct and unfiltered.
Okay.
It's perfect for our viewers who want to stay on top of what's going on.
Well, I want to stay in tune. Are you talking about like recent crimes and political updates and heartfelt stories as well as sports coverage?
We're talking exclusive updates, behind-the-scenes content, major announcement, everything you actually care about.
Nice. I love the sound of that. So this is like...
Welcome to Our Sports at 7:30. I'm Tage Adderley, filling in for the guys at 10th year seniors. Our guys in New York, Yankees second baseman Jazz Chisholm and Mets first base coach Anton Richardson are fighting to hold down postseason slots. Here's what their teams did last night. Jazz Chisholm and the Yankees picked up a big division win when they beat the Baltimore Orioles 7-1 in 10 innings. The Jazz man got the opportunity to hit the Euro step in this one, smacking his 31st home run of the season, a solo shot to right field in the top of the 10th to put the nail in the coffin. The bases were cleared because just 2 batters before Jazz, Ben Rice hit a grand slam scoring Trent Grisham, our cousin by marriage Cody Bellinger, and Aaron Judge, breaking the 1-1 stalemate that sent the game into the 10th inning in the first place. Yankees pitching held the line as well, with starter Cam Schlitter giving up their only run and a battalion of 6 pitchers holding the O's scoreless over 5 innings. New York Mets first base coach Anton Richardson's squad fell to the Washington Nationals 3-2 as well. The Nats did all their damage in the first inning, scoring 3 runs on a throwing error by Mets shortstop Francisco Lindor and a 2-run home run by Nasim Nunez. Now, this is not the time for the Mets to lose games. They're hanging on to the last wildcard spot in the NL. The Yankees have a firm grasp on the AL wildcard lead, and they're only 2 games back from the lead in their division. Over on the pitch, UB Soccer played their second game in Florida. UB Soccer fell in their second match to Atlantis University on Saturday afternoon at the Kendall Soccer Park in Florida. Feeling good coming off a 3-3 tie on Friday, the team came out attacking, but they failed to connect at the goal, falling 0-2 to the Atlanteans. The game was a defensive struggle initially until Atlantis got on the board in the 24th minute to take a 1-0 lead. UB played great defense for most of the game, but they couldn't get on the board. Atlantis broke through in the 88th minute to score their second goal. With the loss, UB was 0-1-1 on their trip. They'll come back home and get ready to play in some local matches. The UB has soccer matches, cross-country meets, and basketball games coming up, so be sure to check in right here for all the updates. We stick to the pitch, where the Bahamas Football Association is partnering with the Ministry of Education to bolster youth development in the country. BFA leadership, including President Anya James and General Secretary Fred Lund, met with leadership from the Ministry of Education, which included Minister Glennis Hannah Martin, Permanent Secretary Lorraine Simonet Armbrister, and officials from FIFA last week. They got together to talk about youth soccer, specifically how they can partner to enhance facilities in schools. The BFA has been pushing to grow the game for decades, conducting tournaments, clinics, and going into schools to conduct camps. Upgrading facilities in schools is another way to increase not only access to the game for kids, but also improve the quality of their training. We are done with sports today. I'm Tage Adderley, and for 10th year seniors, have a great evening, everyone.
Still ahead on our news tonight, deepening our Bahamian roots. The series continues tonight with Bahamas Resort. Hear how its foundation is making a difference beyond the hotel walls when our news continues. Stay with us.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, Zai, let I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and the live fiber on channel 747 and 748.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
Sasha Lightborn here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow all of the Our News social media pages to make sure that you don't miss those top stories from the team you already trust.
And I was just telling my friend I wish I could get my Our News updates sent to my phone, like a WhatsApp message or something, you know?
Haven't you heard?
Well, who say that?
It's me, Jerome, your news godfather, and I'm here to update your life.
Well, how do you plan to update my life exactly? Because I don't think I'm understanding. Care to elaborate?
Our News has launched its broadcast channel. So now, most important updates come straight to your WhatsApp.
Dad, so you tell me that I have access to real-time updates and news at 7:30?
Yes, you get it first and direct and unfiltered.
Okay.
This is our news. Welcome back. Outside of Gabrielle, we have two areas in the tropics that we are going to continue to monitor. One in close proximity, closely. This one is going to get in close proximity to us. First one out there in the open Atlantic, the National Hurricane Center giving that a high chance for formation that will stay in the open Atlantic and possibly or likely to follow Gabrielle. But the second system we're watching, another tropical wave that's going to be getting into our area by the end of this week. It should be in our neck of the woods. So we're asking you to continue to monitor the progress of the system as it continues to approach us. We may see a tropical depression, maybe even a named tropical storm, but this one is going to be one that we will continue to watch. As I mentioned, Gabrielle, a very powerful Category 4 system out there in the open Atlantic, really staying well away from everybody else. Bermuda is the closest landmass. That system will move away from them, but it's going to affect them with some large swells, and the swells will continue to propagate towards the west and should affect the eastern seaboard as well as the Bahamas. So if you plan on doing any beaching along the Atlantic exposures, we're asking you to exercise caution. The two systems I'm talking about that the National Hurricane Center watching, The two systems right here. The first one approaching Leeward Island. That's the one we will continue to monitor for the next couple of days. Most of the models are bringing it closer to the Bahamas, and as I mentioned, by the end of the week, it should be in our neck of the woods. We will continue to watch this very, very closely. Future forecast showing the moisture that is still across us, with that boundary still plaguing us, keeping us with some showers and thunderstorms in the forecast that will continue through tonight and into Tuesday. And most of the activity starting to pull out into the open Atlantic, but we will still have residual moisture across us. So more showers and thunderstorms will be in your forecast. Boating forecast, nice on the waters, the exception being the Atlantic side. Caution flag, southeasterly winds 10 knots, 1 to 3 foot seas inland, 5 foot seas out there in the open Atlantic. Of course, in the southeast Bahamas, much the same, caution flag as well. East to southeast winds 10 to 15 knots, seas running 2 to 4, but building up to 5 feet along Atlantic exposures. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, with the moisture staying in place, we'll keep the showers in forecast, and that takes us through the middle of the week. And then we get a little bit of a break on the weekend, but we will watch that system approaching us for the weekend. That could bring us some showers for the southeast Bahamas. And like I said, we could possibly see a tropical depression in our neck of the woods. That's a look at our weather. Make it a safe night, everybody.
I hope it stays far, far away, Greg.
All the models are really showing this one. Well, two of them. One is bringing it closer to us. The other one is keeping it just to the east of us, the European model and as well as the GFS. So we will continue to watch this one very, very closely.
All right, thanks so much for that, Greg. Well, tonight, as we continue our series, Deepening Our Bahamian Roots with the Bahamas Resort, we take a closer look at their work the foundation has been doing in the community. The resort's senior vice president says giving back is a commitment they take seriously. The Bahamas Foundation has been making an impact across the country for years. Their latest donation, to brand new 2025 Sea-Doo jet skis and a specialized trailer, handed over to the Royal Bahamas Defense Force to boost patrols in Nassau Harbor and the surrounding coastal waters. Bahamas Senior Vice President Robert Sandy Sand says safety on the water is just as critical to tourism as the fun that comes with it.
One of the elements that is so important is the safety of guests, safety on our waters, etc. One of the ways that we can assist the competent authorities, the Port Authority of the Bahamas, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, the Royal Bahamas Police Force, is by assisting them with vehicles such as these two jet skis to help enforce compliance and to police this particular area and to provide surveillance for our tourists as they enjoy this particular aspect of our tourism industry.
Sand says the donation reflects the resort's ongoing commitment.
For a country that is good to us, it is important that we are good to the country. And it's important that we give back to the community because it is through our generosity we're able to help those who may not be able to help themselves. And that is a commitment that we will continue to work on. And in the next couple of months, you're going to see us doing some things, certainly on some historic sites in the country, in non-traditional commitments.
And when it comes to giving back, the numbers speak for themselves.
I can tell you we donate almost $1 million a year. And so that is a sizable element of contribution. And as we do more things, that amount will go up on an annual basis.
All right, well, with that, we thank you so much for joining us for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.
And thank you for watching. I'm Natalia Hall. Be sure and hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Click right over here. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to see more content from the team you already trust.